Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jeff Weber. I'm the founder of Heirloom Cloud Corporation. I've got my co-founder with us today, John Rahagi. Hey, nice, good seeing you, John. We've got Ethan at Heirloom who's going to help us manage the chat. I see some people that are still filing into the chat. And that's fine. You can join this webinar anytime and ask a question whenever it's convenient for you. We're going to be here a full 50 minutes today, so from noon till 12:50 Eastern time. Happy to answer any questions about your old media, how to finally preserve them into a enduring and portable digital format so you can actually do something with it. And so Heirloom's been doing this for some years now. We've gotten pretty good at it. And I think our Google reviews are really proving that out. But we want to hear from you. We want to know, how can we do this better? What are you looking for? What are your problems that you're stuck with when it comes to old VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums? The list goes on. But I'm going to pass it over to John. So John can say hello, give you a greeting. Bottom line, everybody, the rules of engagement today, just put a question in the chat. And I would start it off with, before I pass it over to John, I would start with write in the chat anything that you have, a particular piece of media that you have a problem with. Is it a beta cassette? Is it a high 8? Is it a miniDV tape? I'll go through all these graphics shortly, but be thinking about that. You came here for a reason today. Hopefully it's more than just seeing our pretty faces. You've got a problem and we want to help solve that. So let us know what that is. And without any further ado, John, please say hello.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Hi, everyone. Great to be here with you today. I'm a co-founder with Jeff of Heirloom. And, like Jeff mentioned, our goal, our mission is to make it so that you can do something with these priceless memories that you have. And that's what we've really been focused on with the service that we have and with the platform that we built and continue to roll out features for, is we want to make sure it's super easy to interact with these priceless memories, both for you and your family. And so that's something that we'll go through today in terms of how we can do that from when you either send or drop your memories off to us, and then when you get to see them next on our cloud platform, and then how easy and how delightful it is to be able to interact with those memories, to engage with things that you haven't seen potentially forever, and to be able to share them with family and friends and capture those stories that are out there. So look forward to sharing that with you today shortly.
Yeah, thanks, John. I'm gonna jump right into it and share my screen. And John, please let me know that I'm doing this correctly. I'm just want to bring up the Heirloom website. Yeah, is that working, John?
Yep.
Cool.
See the
All
website.
Right. Thanks. Yep. So at any time, whether you're on mobile, desktop, go to our website. We want to make it really simple. As you can see, how do you digitize your home movies, your photos, and anything else? And at the end of the day, we stream the memories online. And so please ask any questions you may have about that. Obviously, you want to make sure you're protecting your one-of-a-kind memories from fire, flood, or some type of a disaster, as we see far too often. You can do it yourself. There's other companies that say you can't, but no, you can. That's how I actually started the company, by doing this myself, because I found it insufficient. The other services, what they were giving us back. Essentially, I would send my photos to them and they would send it back to me as digital clutter on multiple DVDs. And I thought that was unsatisfactory. And then lastly, stop fussing with outdated technology. No one's got DVD players anymore. Grandma can't stream DVD from her laptop or her iPad. And so bottom line is, put your memories on the cloud. They're safe. If you have questions about that, please ask, because we would love to explain to you just how much safer it actually is to digitally preserve them. Put them on your private network, your secure cloud network. Prices very, very reasonable at Heirloom. VHS-C cassettes starting at $14.99 a piece. You've got 1 or 100, it's the same price. Photo albums starting at $9.99 a piece. for small, medium, large, extra large albums. We do everything. And so basically this big button here, people ask, well, what's everything you digitize? And I can either go to all digitizing prices or just click digitizing prices at the top of our page. And this is what we do. Every type of photo, slide, negative, album, different size prints, we do them all. Your videotapes, whether it's VHS, VHS-C, the compact, the high 8, the 8mm, the digital 8s, the mini DV digital videotapes, we do those, and all types of commercial videotapes like Beta or this DVC Pro, Beta SP, we do it. Film reel conversion, if you've got the 8mm or Super 8s from the 50s, 60s, 70s, even into the 80s. We do those, small reels, large reels, even reels that have that smell of vinegar syndrome, where the acetate is actually starting to break down. Many times we can still recover video from those. So bottom line is, if your film reels are starting to smell like vinegar, it's time to get them to Heirloom, because they're not going to last for forever. 16mm, 35mm reels. We do a variety of specialty conversions. So we don't make DVDs. We often get that question, can you put everything onto a DVD for me? The answer is no. We do not believe that the DVD is on the right side of history. Most often, we're receiving emails from customers saying, can you rescue my files from a scratched or a cracked DVD? Once it's cracked, it's too late. And so it's a horrible place to put your memories, whether you've got the little mini DV digital video discs that went through a Sony camcorder, or maybe you paid a company like Yes Video or some other to put your precious memories onto DVDs. We'll convert them to a portable digital format that you can stream. And then everything else, every type of audio, documents, scrapbooks, and even data recovery. So we actually get people sending us floppy disks, data disks, like photo disks, rescuing your pictures from photo disks, every type of memory card, and even device media. If you are not local to South Carolina and you don't want to drive all the way to us, you're going to have to buy a box to get started. Our boxes start at $19.99. That's basically us shipping you the box. It has all the packing materials. You simply put whatever fits in the box, drop it off at your closest UPS store, or call us to have UPS pick it up at your house, and it's delivered to us all for $19.99. From that point, then we charge you to digitize what you've put in that box. At the end of the call today, after we want to take some of your questions, we'll give you a discount code that'll be good till midnight tonight. You can get 50% off an Heirloom box. So yeah, these are some of the people that are just happy with what we've done, and they just continue to post onto Google reviews. But folks, this is basically the website, how it works. Heirloom is pretty simple, but I want to show you really the best part is if you go anywhere on Heirloom. So I go to the homepage and I click on this login, and John's going to do that right now. He's going to show you, okay, what happens to my memories once Heirloom has digitized them? And so, John, I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to pass it over to you so you can give a demo of the actual digital platform.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jeff. And can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, terrific. So this is the Heirloom platform. So a couple things to remember here. One is that the page that Jeff had just showed that has the login, you can right now sign up for a free account. You click the login button, it'll take you to the sign in screen, and there is a button there to sign up for a free account for 1 GB. And when you do send Heirloom your priceless memories and we process them, this is how we will deliver them into the Heirloom platform, where you and only you initially will have access to your priceless memories. And it's all types of media in the most usable format. So as Jeff had mentioned, so to give a quick overview here, on the left-hand side, we have our filters. So my private memories, memories I'm sharing, memories received. And because we are built with the idea that these are your private memories and you want full control over them, you don't want other people, of course, to have access to them unless you grant that access, and especially third parties. Once it's uploaded to your account, you are the only person to have access to it. We remove ourselves from it entirely. And everything starts out in the My Private Memories filter. Now, As we can see here, this is one of the views that we have. We have a list view. We also have a grid view, and you can toggle in the upper right-hand corner to see thumbnails or a list, depending on how you prefer to do that. We have a folder, we have a PDF, we have a video, and you can see the timestamp at the lower right-hand corner. And the point of all this is to say that we have all of these multiple formats that we're able to digitize that will be in your account if that's the type of material you have. And so to get started viewing, simply double click on a file and it will open up. In this case, we have a PDF, and this is a letter that was scanned. And as we can see here, we have the name at the top, we have a description field, we have users with access, and we have a comment section for this one file. And so whoever this file is shared with, they will see everything that's here as well. And so we get lots of these types of media, whether they're scrapbooks or pages like this, that we're able to digitize. And from here, you can do anything that you'd like in terms of starting to organize your memories. Anywhere you see a pencil icon means that you'll be able to change the name. So in this case, this is Nate's letter to Santa. It's got a good name, and we can just keep it. If you want to change it, you can change the name and then click the check mark, and it will save it. For the description field, just need to start typing and it will automatically save that. And for comments, you or anyone you share with can add comments to start to capture some of the stories around this media. Now, with this view, we can advance to the next file and then to the next file and keep going through. In this case, we have a video, see the play icon here, and to stream right from your account, whether it's on a desktop or a mobile phone through the browser, click play, and this will stream. And this is a film from, and Jeff, this is 8mm, 16mm?
Yeah, so this was a 16mm film that my family recorded for my dad in 1965 when he was serving in Vietnam. They sent it to him overseas. A lot of news stations would do this for families of service members during that time, and then they would put it on the projector in the tent and they would play it and they would cry, and it was just really cool. But you know, to go through these old memories and know that they're always safe, because my dad was just like, hey, what do I do with this? And I'm like, oh, Dad, what's on there? And he's like, oh, have you never seen this? And so this is great because there's not a lot of people in this video that are still living. My mom passed last year. That's her holding my older brother, and he's taking his first baby steps. So it's fun to have these stories. This is not that I have this memory on my Heirloom account, and we have actually been sharing it with the family, and we're making comments on it, and it's like it's taking on a whole life of its own. Here on the demo account, someone by the name of Kim Smith owns it. We just want to show you how it works. So yeah, John, continue to show us things like this and download.
Yep, absolutely. So it's great benefit being able to stream any type of media, however it was brought to us, VHS, miniDV, film, as Jeff said. If it has sound, we include that. And then some of the key functions that Jeff was just talking about are at the top menu here. So if you wanted to download this file or any other, you simply click the download button and it will download to your desktop. Sharing is a really important one. Jeff mentioned sharing with the family. Click share, input the person's email, first name and last name, and then which permission that you'd like them to have. Editor has full control of the file, for example. And if you wanted to, of course, you, again, full control over your data, your memories, you could delete this as well. And these functions are available from anywhere that you are in the Heirloom site. So for example, if we're starting back at the list feature, you could select one or multiple files, click download, and they will download. Or if you wanted to share one or multiple files, you could do the same thing. Click share, enter the person's information, and then that would send them an email indicating that you have shared a memory with them through Heirloom, and ask them to sign up for their free account. It's no cost to them. And they would be able to see the file that you shared with them. Now, when a file is shared, I remember I mentioned the filters we have on the left-hand side. When a file is shared, it will move from the My Private Memories filter to the Memories I'm Sharing filter. So it's very clear what you have shared and with whom. All of these files here have been shared. So for example, if we click into a file, we can see here users with access. We see two names. One is the editor and one is the owner. So the owner, this demo account, gave editor permissions to this file, to myself in this case, and as many people as it's shared with will show up here. And when you do share with people, as I mentioned, and when they sign in, they will see the memory in memories received. So these are all files that were shared with this demo account, so that I know exactly what files that someone else has sent to me. So this is a really great and simple way to know who has access to what specific memories that you have, and you're able to maintain that very specific granular control over that. Some additional features that users find very helpful in terms of organizing and curating their memories. One is you can create a new album. So would you create a new folder, and you can drag something into it, or you can select one or multiple files and you can move those files into the folder there. And then there's upload memories. So we get questions a lot of times of how do I consolidate my memories? And this is one great way where you're able to just drag and drop or browse your files or folders, and then you can bring in some of your newer memories or memories that are on your desktop or hard drive and bring them into your Heirloom account, start to consolidate the old and new into one place, and then to share them as you would like to. And then to also get a sense of how much storage that you're using for your current Heirloom account. Because we do have multiple storage plans, you'll be able to upgrade for very competitive cloud storage price if you wanted to store more photos, videos, or whatever types of media that you had into your Heirloom account. And so that is the major part of the overview. Be happy to take any questions about Heirloom capabilities and the site and some of the things that we're working on.
John, I'm gonna go back and share my screen for the benefit of some people that joined us late.
Sure.
Thanks for the demo. That was good. And anytime those who are listening to the webinar, just put a question in the chat. We are happy to answer any question about preserving your one-of-a-kind memories. We understand that it is it can seem like an overwhelming task, particularly for those. Oh, I didn't have my video on. I'm sorry. It can seem like an overwhelming task, particularly for if you haven't done it before. There are many other companies, some of which advertise on national radio and television, to buy a very expensive box from them with the hope that one day that you'll put something in that box and get it digitized, or maybe not. It almost feels like they're more interested in selling an expensive box. You saw what Heirloom charges, anywhere from $20 or $30 for a shipping container, and that pays for whatever you put in that box, even as really heavy and dense photos to be scanned. That's covered by that cost of a $19.99 box. And of course, at the end of the webinar, we'll give you a code. You get 50% off. So for $9.99, we'll ship you a box with all the packing materials. You put whatever fits in there and you ship it to us, and we'll tell you what it would cost to digitize all that. We don't charge you in advance until we actually count all of your media. We sort it and count it. And then, yeah, I was going to share my screen. So sorry, I'm very slow. I'm not good at multitasking. So moving over to what types of media does Heirloom transfer? So anything from traditional photos, we scan by the inch. And so an inch of photos, if I click into it, this will explain exactly how it works. If you've got regular photos, 100 photos at a time, or hundreds of photos, we scan those at $39.99 for a grouping of 100. We maintain the grouping. If you'd like to know more about the photo scanning service, you can just click here for more information, and boy, we'll give you all the details about the sizes of the photos that we do. They go from wallet prints all the way up to 11 by 17. If you have those, we scan them to 600 DPI. JPEG images, where they're saved, how they're sorted. We hope that we're answering all your questions, but in case we're not, that's why we're coming up in this webinar, to answer those very specific questions. So if we've got photo print scanning, photo albums, the albums are basically small, medium, and large. And believe it or not, there's a lot of these 10-image photo albums. We'll scan those albums for $9.99 a piece. It saves you the frustration and the risk of damaging the photos when you remove them from the sticky back pages. We will peel the page off, the acetate covering. We'll scan the entire page. Each photo will be saved as a separate JPEG image. This is a huge time saver, whether you've got 10 photos or 400 photos for scanning an oversized photo album. Whether you've got, again, small, medium, large, or oversized album, we scan them all. Every type of slide, you can see from the traditional 35mm slide, Super 135s, the halves, anything which is essentially in a 2-inch by 2-inch frame, we scan it. 100 slides scanned at $59.99, so right at 59 cents per slide. We also do specialty slides, and we've had a number of these. We've had people sending us glass slides. I mean, we're talking like turn of the century, or the Mini 110. If you've got a challenge, we can handle it under specialty slides. Again, a greater cost because they're not the production 2x2 slides that we can scan quickly, but we can do them all. And basically, you just have to get into our website and click around to get the specifics. Unless you want to ask us a question here in the webinar, happy to answer those. Again, every type of VHS cassette or every type of video cassette, from VHS to VHS-C, high 8, digital 8, 8mm tape, not to be confused with 8mm film. So 8mm film reel or Super 8 films, we do those at $19.99 a piece. 16mm, 35mm film reels, specialty conversions. We don't make DVDs, but we do rescue memories from even scratched DVDs. If your DVD is cracked, there's very little we can do to recover the memories. Even the NSA will have difficulty recovering your memories. So don't put your memories on DVDs. They're not the safest place to store your memories. The cloud is the safest place to store your memories, particularly if you are careful managing your password and that you do not share your memories with someone who can delete your memory. So the default setting, as John was showing you, when you share a memory, is viewer. That person can view it. They can't delete your memories. But if you want to give a greater level of access to someone, maybe a spouse or a family member that's helping you curate your collection, and maybe they need the ability to rename or delete photos or videos, you would make them an editor and they can delete it. But again, your memories are so much safer on any commercial cloud, to include Heirloom, than they would be on a DVD or backed up to even a removable hard drive, because 25% of hard drives will crash within 5 years. And so we just don't want you to lose your memories. You are 411 times more likely to get struck by a meteor than lose a single file on the commercial cloud. That's how the redundancy of the cloud works to give you that incredible durability for your memories. And then lastly, we even do data transfer. And so if you've got floppy disks, data disks, maybe picture CDs, any size memory card, any type of external hard drive, we can rescue memories from your external hard drive directly into your Heirloom account. So I'm going to stop here. See, I'm not hearing. John, I would hope you would have interrupted me if there's any questions from the chat that I'm not
I
seeing any.
don't see any at the moment. Standing by
That's
for any questions.
that's great. So John, is there anything that when you were going through the demo, you did not have the opportunity to show that you think it would be important for viewers on the webinar to know about Heirloom's cloud?
No, I think we covered the most salient points, and I think you reiterated the safety of what the cloud provides and the features that we have, and we continue to get feedback on, are what people are looking for to really enjoy their memories. So that's something that we are continuing to develop, continuing to gather feedback from users about what they want to do next with their memories. Because as we've learned since we started this, and as we've had this in our own experience ourselves, is that it's not just about storing memories somewhere. It's really about creating new memories by reliving the old ones. And that means being able to share very easily, capture stories that are within a single picture or a video, being able to plug into a TV, for example, let the whole family see the memories and relive some of the stories, or for younger generations to be able to explain what some of that crazy stuff is that they're seeing in those videos and photos. And so that's what we're going to continue to focus on, is making sure that we can deliver that type of experience. And we always like to say we'd love to hear from our users. We'd love to hear what has worked and what else they would like to see in terms of different features and how they were experiencing their memories through the cloud, through the mobile browser, and listening to some of the stories that they have. So that's something that we always encourage whenever we can, and whenever people do come in to talk to us, they love to share that, and we love to hear it.
Yeah, thanks, John. I know that one question we often get is, well, how much does your cloud cost? And so I'm going to go through something that's written on our How It Works page to kind of explain that. It's actually pretty simple, but I want to make sure that everyone understands your cloud in many cases is free. And it's certainly free for your first year. So, John, you can see my How Digitizing Works screen.
Yep, we can see your
Okay, so
screen.
from the How It Works page on heirloom.cloud, it's real simple. Just pack an heirloom box, whatever fits in there. You don't have to sort it. You don't have to name it. It's best to digitally rename it rather than try to put Post-it notes on it. That's just going to slow down the digitizing process. Just pack it in a box, drop it at the UPS store. There's no waiting in line. Your box comes with a prepaid shipping label. You just hand it to a person behind the counter. They immediately give you a receipt. And you can track it. We track it all the way to Heirloom. A lot of the UPS stores are open on weekends, and so it's just really convenient to drop it off. But if you want to, you can call our 800 number or go to the bottom of our webpage. I'll go here and actually click on UPS shipping. And you can, just like, again, you can drop it off at the UPS store. You can find your nearest UPS store here, or you can schedule a pickup at your home. You just need to give us a 4-hour window of time on a particular day, and we'll schedule a UPS driver to come directly to your door. There's no charge for that. You paid for the Heirloom shipping box. That's part of the service. And then lastly, 1, 2, 3, it's a really simple process. You just get a notification once we receive your shipment. You pay that invoice, which I'll give you a sample below, and then you just log in and start enjoying your memories. And this is done in real time. So I'll give you an example. Here's a sample digitizing invoice. If you can see this on my screen, someone's got up to 200 photos. So they're going to be scanned at $79.98. They got one 8mm film to be converted. That's $19.99. And they have 3 VHS-C tapes. Those are $14.99 a piece. It's just that simple. We tell you what you had. If it makes sense to you, you click and pay by secure credit card. And within days, maybe even less than 24 hours, you log into your Heirloom account and you start to see these memories stream. We'll send you another email when it's done. This is really helpful, particularly for people who send us like dozens or even hundreds of VHS tapes. It's overwhelming to get them all back at one time. We're not going to make you wait weeks to start enjoying them. Click in day 1 and see 10 videos. Day 2, you'll see 20, 30 videos. You'll see them streaming on your account in real time as we're completing them after you pay the digitizing invoice. A lot of people say, so what do I get? You get the safest home for your photos and videos. I already told you why the cloud is so much safer than anything in your house, an external hard drive, a DVD. It is redundant. You will never lose memories on the cloud. You can upload and download files at any time. Unlimited streaming. If you want to watch that video of you catching big air on a BMX spike jump back in the 80s and you play it over and over, there's no cost for that. You stream it. You can also share it with an unlimited number of people. And so we let you know that you get free cloud storage for as much as is required for any digitizing order. So if you send us what could be a terabyte of video, you're going to get a terabyte of storage for an entire year on Heirloom for free. Again, you can download it anytime to your computer and not pay us. If whatever memory you share with someone else, they get that memory for free. They get to enjoy the memory. So long as you're a paid subscriber or you're on a good account, they don't have to pay for their account. We believe that the owner of the information pays to have that stream on Heirloom, and you can then stream it with 100 family members if you want to, and they enjoy it for free. Everyone gets a free 1 GB account. It's free for life. They can receive an unlimited number of memories there. If an individual puts more than 1 GB of memories on their Heirloom account, then they're going to have to pay, particularly after their free year of cloud storage if you're a digitizing customer. And this is what it costs, folks. I mean, it's pretty simple. Most people have under 50 GB of storage, which is up to 12,000 photos or 50 hours of streaming video. Unlimited streaming, unlimited downloads, unlimited sharing, unlimited receive files to your account, live support. Talk to one of us. We help you through any issues you have. It's $1.99 a month. And so don't bother with iCloud or Google Photos because you can't get customer support from them. Put it on Heirloom. If you need more and you need to graduate to a silver or gold plan, we're happy to have your business. There's a plan for that. Click here, try free. Again, that will be a lifetime cloud account with 1 GB of memories. You can check it out. Some people say, hey, that's great. I love the cloud, but can you put my files on a flash drive? You bet we can. And so we put memories onto a USB 3.0 flash drive. It'll hold the equivalent of up to 55 DVDs, and it's $19.99. Really simple to buy, even after the fact. You don't have to know in advance that you want to buy a thumb drive. You can digitize your memories, stream them online, and say, boy, this is great, but grandma doesn't have any internet where she's at. She's got a smart TV with a USB connection on the back. And so I'm going to buy one of these thumb drives. Please put all of my memories onto one thumb drive and for $19.99 and ship it to my grandma. We'll drop ship it directly to her. So we make it really easy for you to in any way preserve your memories in the digital age. They're your memories. They're portable. We're trying to be a helpful steward to you. So I'm going to stop sharing unless someone's got a specific question that I need to share my account for.
So we did get a couple of questions, and you did answer at least one of them in terms of how it works and with ordering. And I'll just say it again for everybody. The question was how long this takes. Once we receive an order, we will get that processed within 2 weeks, frequently much sooner. As Jeff mentioned, once the invoice is paid, you'll be able to sign in to your account and start seeing what files are there, what has been populated. The next question is, can you organize photos and videos into albums in the cloud? The answer to that is also yes. You're able to create albums in the Heirloom platform, and you can move any amount of files into them, photos or videos, and then you could then share that if you wanted to with other people.
Yeah, there was a question I'm looking at here. Someone asked, how long does it take to complete the process once I order the box for 50% off? Really simple. If you order a box any day, any work day, weekday, before 5 p.m., your box goes out the same day. It ships to you by UPS ground. If you're anywhere close to South Carolina, you're going to get it the next day. If you're at the other end of the country, it could take as many as 5 days to get your box. And then it's up to you how quickly you're going to put something in the box and drop it off of the UPS store. You don't have to do it right away. We've heard some horror stories from other companies that sell expensive boxes, and apparently at some point that's no good anymore. You paid for the box. You didn't have to pay in advance for digitizing at Heirloom. We're always going to make it easy for you to get that box to us, whether it's 1 day or 1 year after you bought that low price box at 50% off. And then once you drop it off at the UPS store, it's the same thing coming back to us. So UPS ground, whether it's 1 to 5 days, it's never more than 5 days to make its way entirely across the country. We don't charge anymore because you're in California instead of on the East Coast. 5 days to get to us. The day it's received, you're going to receive an invoice like what I was showing, which will say you've got upwards of 200 photos at this price and 10 VHS cassettes, and VHS-Cs are $14.99 a piece, so it's $149. And then again, we act quickly, but it's up to you. How soon do you pay the invoice? We've had people that pay it within minutes of us sending it out. It's kind of amazing. And then we've had others that might have to take a couple of days to pay it for any reason. But when you do, we will commit to complete that order within 2 weeks. But we're doing somewhere between 2 and 3 days on average right now because, and I'll tell you a little secret is, it's not the holiday season. So if you send it to us in September, October, November, we're probably going to need the entire 2 weeks because the entire United States is sending us their boxes. So we commit to those 2 weeks. If you send it to us now during a relatively slow-ish time, we can turn that around within a couple of days. There's always an order in front of you, and so we're respectful of when what is on the production line ahead of you. But again, we're averaging just a couple of days, and I hope that answers a question unless there's anything else. Can you pay through PayPal? We used to, since Don asked that question, it's an arduous system. Everyone's got a credit card, so we just accept major credit cards through a secure connection. So no, we don't pay by PayPal or Apple Pay. It's just more people to manage another system at Heirloom. John, any other commentary or things you want to say about organizing photos into albums?
I can share my screen real quick and just give a visual of what that looks like. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, the new album button is right here at the top next to upload memories on the home screen. So you can click that. That'll render. So we have a new album. We can name this test album, for example. And let's say we wanted to move one of the videos into it. We could drag and move that into the folder. Or if we wanted to use the check mark, we could do that too. And we could select multiple and we could click move to, and then we can move it into the test album. So very simple in order to create a new album and to move as many files or as little, a few files as you want into it. And then if we wanted to uncheck these, if we wanted to organize that way and then share this, we use the same process. We check mark, click share, and then we add the person's email that we want to share with and their level of permission, which will give them the level of permission for all the files that are in that folder. And so that's how we can organize and share through the Heirloom platform.
Hey, John, I want to give viewers a recommendation here. When you send us thousands of photos and we get them, we will separate those your photo prints into groups of 100. If you already have them in groups of 100, we'll maintain your groups of 100. Each one will go into a separate album. Each one will be a very simple naming convention. It'll say something like A1, which means a loose photo that was scanned, underscore 01, 02, 03, 04. We maintain the same order of the photos that you sent us. If there was some type of an order, if there wasn't, we're going to sort photos by type and then by size. So that we can run them through our scanners well. But again, if you've separated them for a particular reason and put them into bags of no more than 100, we'll maintain those. But basically that name is a very short name. You can, I don't know what the limits are, John, 255 characters or something like that. We're going to put a name on it because every file has to have a name. We're not going to put a description. Yeah, there's an example of what actually a naming convention looks like. But John, if you click into that picture, you have much more room in the description field to write an entire book if you want to. And so I remember this day, it was snowy, this was the date. Anything you type in that description is searchable. So the search bar that's right up above, you'd be like, where can I find that snowy winter picture? You'll find it. We're making it easy for you. But yeah, naming conventions, we're going to help you professionally to organize your photos, and we're really just maintaining any order you have, but don't feel the need to have to sort your photos. You can throw them all in a box, whatever order is there, we'll preserve it as best we can, but we're not going to we're not gonna make them less organized. And then once it's digital, it's so much easier to rename them. John, could you go back to the list view? And yeah, and then you could sort by name. Can you click on name? So you can go through and you can just rename things in the list view, because sometimes someone might look at their list view and say, my photos are out of order. It may be because they were sorting it by description or modified date, but sort it by name or sort it by description, sort it by the way that you want to. What we're looking at here is we're viewing one folder, and I think this is the root folder. So this is the home page. So it's not in a particular folder, but John, do you have any folders with multiple images in it that you could show?
That's a test folder.
We could always make one, but this is our demo account. So maybe just make one if it doesn't exist.
Yeah, we can move
Yeah, move those to
files
the
into
test
it.
album.
And then we can look for the test album. And then this is the test album. And then we can, if let's say we had hundreds of photos in here, or videos or what have you, and we wanted to search, we could do that when we're in the
What-
album and then pull up the file.
I saw a question about what image format do we use? We use JPEG, Joint Photographic Expert Group, 600 DPI. When it comes to audio, we convert everything to MP3. Depending on what the original source was, we'll determine whether we're going to save it at 128 kilobits per second or 256. If it came off of a CD, we'll preserve it at 256. If it came off a tape, we're going to preserve it at 128. Video are saved as MP4. Motion Picture Experts Group. For variety, the latest, most popular version of digital video. If it came off a tape, it's going to be saved at standard definition, 720 by 480. If it came off of a disc, we'll preserve it at full HD, which is 1920 by 1080. We have had questions before, like, I want my 8mm film reels converted to 4K. And that just doesn't make any sense. We can make a 4K file, but the quality that you're going to see from that 4K file is dependent on the source media. And we don't upgrade the media, we do a one-to-one transfer. There are some software licenses that you can buy to do more work on your images or your photos. We don't do that at Heirloom because everyone's preferences are as different as our people to have them. And so anything post-production would be for you to do if you want to clip out a video to make it smaller or make a new video from this digitized video. Our core problem, which we're solving, is we're rescuing the media from failing old formats. And I mean, I told someone just yesterday that we couldn't salvage their vinyl record album, a one-of-a-kind album from many years ago, because it was probably stored in an attic or a hot car or something. And even though that album sleeve had never been cut open before, oh, it's a brand new album from the 60s. We cut it open and it was just warped. And so there was nothing we could do. We often see tape shed from videotapes because of changes of humidity. Get those to us while you still can. And if there's another thing I'll tell you about, some people might be a little fearful to send in 100 VHS cassettes because you're thinking, man, I don't have a working VCR and some of these might be blank. We understand that. When we receive your 100 VHS cassettes, we're going to charge you for 100 VHS cassettes. And you will pay that invoice. And I guess that would be $2,000 for 100 VHS cassettes at $19.99 a piece. As we're going through that process, and it might take as much as a week or two to get those 100 VHS cassettes all converted to this streaming video, we may find that one or several of those tapes were blank. No problem. We'll issue you an Heirloom credit for any blank tape. Now, keep in mind, we still had to run that tape through our system to ensure that it was blank, but we're the only company that will do that because I just feel it's right. We are not like that other company that everyone hears about that you pay in advance just for the opportunity to send a fixed amount of tapes, whether it's 2 or 10 or 20 to them. And it doesn't matter if it's blank or not. They're going to charge you just for the opportunity for you to send it to them. At Heirloom, you can walk your media in here at any time. If you're visiting the Charleston area, even if you're from the other side of the country, someone you know is getting married in Charleston, South Carolina, which is actually very popular, bring your memories with you, put them on the plane, because we understand they're very precious to you. Walk into our facility, see how this works. Our top competitor won't allow it. You can't personally deliver your one-of-a-kind memories to their company. And so that might tell you something. And so again, we've built a service that is really delighting people. Our reviews on Google are proving it out. And again, happy to answer any more questions in a few minutes that we have left to the webinar. Looks like we're coming up at 50 minutes after the hour. So John, unless I forgot to our webinar viewers about something special, and hey, Ethan, could you please put that in the chat right now? Ethan, please put in a link to where you go on Heirloom to buy one of our shipping boxes. I'm gonna just,
I think just show our homepage again, make sure
sure.
people know where their phone number is, and they
Okay.
can always give us a call if they have any questions. We will pick up the phone and talk to you, or we will call you back. But we make sure that the customer service aspect is a hallmark of what we do, because we know that there are always questions and things that people want to know about this process because their members are very precious to them.
Good point, John. So basically, we put our 800 number right at the top of every page. Can't miss it. Call us any Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You can leave a voicemail whenever you want, but I'm telling you, on a Saturday or Sunday, I'm taking some much needed break time. So we're not going to call you back on a Saturday or Sunday, but you can certainly call this number at any time. If you hit the contact button, we're letting you know what our hours are. You can drop things off in person. You can even connect with us virtually. You can always send an email to service@heirloom.cloud. Again, if it's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, we'll respond to you. If you have a personal question and you would like to Zoom with us and ask us, have a more iterative discussion and maybe show us a sample of your problem media, you can just click right here, pick a day that's good for you tomorrow, I don't know, 10:30, and book time to Zoom with one of our customer success people. We'd be happy to help you. You don't get this level of customer service at many companies, to include our main competitor. They don't answer the phone. And that's just not right. We're talking about your one-of-a-kind precious memories. We understand that we're not perfect, and sometimes we need to have a telephone conversation about your media. Something a little more interactive. So call us, we're here. John, you asked, where do I go if I want to buy a box? Pretty simple, go to the homepage. You could just hit the shop button here. It'll take you to a couple of things. You can buy gift cards. I will make a plug. Father's Day is coming. Is there a dad in your life, even if your dad is no longer living? There might be another dad in your life. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're gonna get a gift card for yourself or your brother, your uncle. The Heirloom's got these gift cards anywhere from 20, 50, 100, 500 bucks. At least you did something. Send it to your dad. It's an e-gift card. Really easy to get it to your dad in time for Father's Day. Again, John, you were talking about the box. You just click here, Heirloom shipping boxes, click and decide which one you want. You can get this box, this small box for $19.99 normally. Your memories are saved on the cloud. Again, there's no charge for your first year of cloud storage, no matter how much it requires. It's only after a year that you would have to pay a fee that's probably $1.99 a month. If you want it on the cloud and a USB drive, like this little guy here, we're going to just add a USB drive to it. And so it's $39.99. The discount code that hopefully Ethan is sharing in the chat would apply to anything that you can buy here. So small, medium box, whether it's cloud and USB, you would get that again at 50% off. So hopefully that is enough, and it's gone in the chat. Yeah, there's the, Ethan, can you put the discount code in there? Because I'm not sure I said it, and I want to make sure that I say it correctly. You would, when you go to your cart, you would put the June 12 web as your discount code on the checkout page. If you do this before midnight tonight, you can get any of these things at 50% off. So really happy that would be happy to make you a customer if you're not a customer yet. For our customers who are on this call, they're just checking in to see if there's anything new or different. It's nice to know you're here. I think the only difference, maybe since the last time we had a webinar, is we've got these gift cards. And so I would definitely plug buying a gift card. It doesn't just have to be for a dad. Just buy an Heirloom gift card for anyone special in your life. It never expires. It is, John, what's the term? Is it fungible? Transferable and fungible?
Yes.
Meaning you buy a $500 gift card and you only use $400 of it. You can give it to someone else and they can use what's remaining on your card. And so at that, I've stopped sharing my screen. We've got the discount code in there. I hope if you're anticipating using it, that you've copied it. I will send an email out this evening to everyone as a reminder. I will put that discount code in there. I'll also put a video of this webinar, and you feel free to share it with anyone who didn't have the opportunity to be here today, to let them know, hey, these are the guys at Heirloom who do all this stuff. And well, I might be a little bit biased, but we're really good at it. And we'd like to prove that to you. I think that our 5.0 Google reviews kind of prove that out. No other digitizer in America has the quality of reviews, and we obsess over our customers to make sure that we get this right. So unless there's any other questions, John, I don't see any other questions that have popped up.
No, I think we're good. Again, thank you everybody for joining us, and we look forward to hearing from you and hopefully being able to help you preserve your precious memories. Thank you all.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.